What's up guys, David Land here coming to you from NASCAR 15. And the reason I'm here is because this is the most recent NASCAR game that you can actually do the proper Daytona Speedweeks, meaning qualifications, the dual races, and of course, the Daytona 500. And to do that, I need to start a career mode in NASCAR 15. Now don't expect this to be a regular thing, but I may come back to this career mode at some point and continue it on. It's just going to depend on the number of likes on this video, the number of comments on this video, and of course, how many people actually view it. Because if nobody cares, then there's no reason to do a career mode. But if people really want to see it, I will provide that. So, there is no sponsors right now. I went down to sponsors, and there's no sponsors. Research and development, we don't have no money, so we can't do any of that. The car, of course, is a matte black car with no sponsorship because that's kind of a requirement for an underfunded team, at least it seems so. All of the open teams are almost all matte black cars for this year's Daytona 500. So we kept with tradition. We're running a matte black car with just a little bit of purple trim and, of course, my number 91. So let's begin this career mode and try to qualify for the Daytona 500. Okay, so here we are ready for Daytona. Now, we're here for event number 1. Says there's a practice. We're probably not going to use that practice. We're probably going to go straight into qualifying, but let's do it. Oh, I can look at my paint schemes. Well, let's use my my all black paint scheme, the Daytona 500 paint scheme, which I'm calling it. We use that one. We have a race budget, which is interesting. We've got a refurbished engine, which costs 20 grand. How much money can we do any of this? Oh, okay, so I got 10,000 credits to play with here. Can't do anything about engine mapping. Brakes, we don't need brakes for a super speedway. Yeah, stock brakes. We don't need any, what, no? Refurbished, whatever. Refurbished brakes. Body, no, can't do that. Actually, we could do that, go $5,000 in the hole. Let's just keep it all together and keep that $10,000. All right, so Daytona 500 qualifying, ready to go here. If I can get the camera angle correct, and we are underway, ready to qualify. Up through the gears. Where is my rear view mirror? I guess I don't have that on right now. Okay. Oh well, you really don't need a rear view mirror for qualifying. So whatever. So on the gas, down the back straightaway. Obviously, we've got a pretty refurbished car, judging from what all that nonsense in the beginning was all about. Also, we're qualifying at night, which doesn't make any sense. I guess the daytime session got rained out. And it's, of course, probably more because of the fact that the dual race is on in the night, and this game doesn't know how to change times. So, Harvick's best lap, the pole position right now is a 46.5. Are we going to be anywhere near that for this qualifying attempt? We're just going to have to wait and see. So we pull around turn number 2, right down to the bottom. We're at 186 miles an hour. It's not terribly great. So we're going to be probably pretty low here in the dual race for our starting position, but we'll see. It's pretty terrible getting into turn number 3. Now through turn number 4. And completing the first lap, coming up to complete the first lap, I should say, of Daytona 500 qualifying. We won't be locked in the race, I'm going to guess, 48.0. And we are actually ahead of a couple cars. We're 41st. If this were actually now qualifying for the Daytona 500, we'd still be out of the race. 41st fastest is not good enough to make the show. We gotta improve just a little bit. If we get 7/10, we can be 40th, and that will be good enough as we head down the back straightaway. on this qualifying lap. We are up. We are up on our time. So 1/10 more. I want to find that 10th. It's 12 tenths. No, that's not 12 tenths. I don't know what it is. Here we go. Across the line, waiting to complete it, and we got 40th. We got 40th. All right.
Could have been worse. Now let's go out there on race day and show them just really how good you are.
Well, yeah, it absolutely could have been worse. I think I got the most out of this car I could have possibly done. So let's see what the qualifying results are. We're 40th, so we outqualified Annette, Wise, and McDowell. And as we roll up through the rest of the field, you can see where everybody else qualified, which isn't really going to matter aside from Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch, who are locked into the front row for the Daytona 500. So you've got a Stewart-Haas or lockout, unlike a Hendrick lockout it was for the real-life Daytona 500. So let's get ready and head into the Daytona Duels.
It's time to set the starting lineup for the Daytona 500 with a pair of 150-mile qualifying races. The Duel at Daytona. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, these races are fun because the driver has one responsibility. Don't wreck the car. Go out there and get some information, kind of prepare for the Daytona 500. So go out there, drive smart, and oh, by the way, try to win.
This is the opportunity these teams have been working on all winter. It's time to go earn a spot in the Daytona 500 or load up and go home.
Wow, I actually really like that little bit of Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip. Really added to the ambiance of this race. So here we go. Ready to start our Daytona Duel. And we are underway. Still don't have a rear view mirror. I guess I'm going to be able to have to race without one. At least until the Daytona 500 when I can figure out how to turn that on. No, there's the rear view mirror. It's back. So that's good. All right. So can we get this old refurbished Heap up to the front of the field and qualify well for the Daytona 500? Not too good right now. We kind of got boxed out a little bit there. We're in trouble, and we're in trouble, we're in trouble, we're in trouble. Got spun into the wall immediately by Josh Wise. I shouldn't have cut down in front of him. Yep, that was inexperience there. I hit the wall very heavily. Hopefully the car isn't too badly damaged.
Let's go to work, boys. Here we go.
So there wasn't very much racing to do there. Looks like we're doing tires for some reason. I didn't really say we should do tires, but whatever. We're repairing the car and going to get it back out there into the race, and hopefully this time we won't get wrecked. All right,
awesome work, guys.
restarting
awesome
in 21st position. We are absolutely stone dead last. Coming up to restart the duel. My favorite line was just uttered by Mike Helton or David Hoots or whoever the heck that is. Green is out, and we're back to racing. This time on the inside line behind the pole sitter, or the outside pole sitter, Kurt Busch. Of course, these duels are set with the inside and the outside of the cars that qualified in the field. So this is all the even positions in the field, or the way they qualified. Of course, because we qualified 40th, that was an even position, and we're in the second dual race. So in behind Kurt Busch, trying to use that really fast Haas racing car to pull up underneath a lot of the field here. That's much better. Now things are going much better for us. After we recovered from that accident at the beginning, we're underneath Tony Stewart. There's a beer wagon up there with Brad Keselowski. Now we're running really well, really strongly with these folks up here at the front. Gordon's up behind us. We are packed very tightly here.
You're faster than those two cars ahead of you. Come on now.
Spotter giving some words of encouragement. I almost got up into Keselowski. I almost hit the apron a couple times there. Actually did hit the apron a couple times. Larson actually led them back to the green on that time by. So he's falling back through the field. I'm just going to stay in line here behind Kurt Busch. Absolutely no reason to really push too hard right now. We've got a long way to go in this duel, and it's not in my best interest to get wrecked, and we got wrecked again. Another. Oh boy. So once again, I pulled down in front of a car I shouldn't have. Inexperience once again, and got turned by Brad Keselowski. That actually looks really similar to what happened in the clash, doesn't it? Miraculously, my car was undamaged in that crash, so we didn't have to come into the pits. We will restart in the 10th position on the outside, unfortunately. So we may get pushed to the back here at the green flag, which has just come out. Here we go, behind J.J. Yaley.
Go up top.
And Casey Kane's already made a move to the outside. David Reagan's right there. We're going to be a little bit mean to Josh Wise there. We kind of have to be. Kind of shove him down just a little bit. Into fourth gear. Okay, this is a little bit better. The field is actually spread out a bit. The second half, as you can see in the mirror, is kind of fallen behind the race. So, not sure what's going on there. Maybe a car got damaged that we don't know about, but we are struggling right now. We may lose the draft a little bit. I got to get in behind Yaley. Hopefully can pull up behind him here. Can we get to the inside? No. Yaley's going to try to pull out and pass David Reagan. 3 wide. 3 wide.
Come on, let's get past him.
Out of turn number 4. Perfect. All right, now we're in a little bit of draft there. Reagan turned us into the wall. Somehow we managed to stick with it and not get wrecked any more than we already were there. Car's very beat up. But now we're in 8th place. Good positioning right now, where we would be 16th if this is how we would start the race.
Looking inside.
If we win the duel, we'll start in the 3rd position. That would be advantageous for sure to be able to pull off. We just got to be able to block David Reagan here. And here comes Austin Dillon to the outside. We won't be able to block him, but he's on the outside lane, which I consider to not be the preferred lane here. So Dillon's going to go around the outside. There's a car that's lost the draft of the first pack there. Looks like it's maybe Casey Kane. We're going to side draft a little bit with Keselowski. Not exactly what I wanted to do there. They're tandeming right now. Here comes Greg Biffle to push. Oh, that's not a bump draft. That is not a bump draft either. And we got spun by Greg Biffle. And into the wall, unfortunately. So what happened there? Kenseth put us into the wall on the outside, and then Biffle finished the job as I speared across the track. Hopefully there's no damage so we can just get back to racing. Once again, we got away with it. No damage. We'll restart on the inside in 9th with 2 laps to go here in the the second duel. But our first Daytona Duel green is about to come out, and now it is. Jamie McMurray just ahead of us. Jeff Gordon to the outside. He's very slow on the restart. Maybe he got some wheel spin. Casey Kane is directly behind us, and it's actually Josh Wise leading the race. So Josh Wise could theoretically win this duel. Into 4th gear. Yaley's up there. Danica's up there. Maybe we can get up there. We got 2 laps to do it.
Stay down.
Where can we make the move? Where can we be effective in making the move? So we'll just bump draft with McMurray here. No reason yet to make the big move, but it would be nice if we can get up there a little bit closer to the front here. Well, that's 3 wide.
That's going to work. Stay right there in the draft.
He said it's going to work. I almost said it's not going to work, but it did work. The spotter was right. I was wrong. Kurt Busch, the outside pole sitter, is back behind me now, pushing me to the front. That's the fastest car in this race, so I'm very happy to have that help. Right behind Greg Biffle. Maybe we can... Oh, Biffle! Biffle makes a move to the inside, trying to block me. I wasn't quite there. Danica is now up there with Josh Wise. We're getting help from Kurt Busch. Coming up to the last lap. Where am I going to make my move? I could win this first duel race here. We will get behind Josh Wise. Oh, Kurt went with his teammate. Oh, I guess we're going to take the lead anyway. I wasn't really expecting to make that run, but the new team in NASCAR, Land Speed Racing, takes the lead. Coming up to 1 to go, but we're kind of a sitting duck. Can we hang on to the lead for 1 lap? Oh, that's going to be almost an impossible task as we block Allmendinger.
Car right behind you.
And Danica.
Still right behind
Let
you.
Allmendinger give us a little bit of a push. It's going to be a heck of a race here with Danica Patrick for the first dual race or the second dual race. We blocked Allmendinger. I was thinking he was going to turn us there. Oh boy.
Car tucked in behind
Oh
you.
boy, it is going to be close. Come on, AJ, give me a bump. Give me a bump. Wise pushing Danica. Danica going to the front. Come on, Allmendinger, give me a hit. Give me a hit. Busch goes down to the inside. Kurt Busch trying to win the duel, despite the fact that he doesn't really need to. Here we go. Can we get that draft off of the pack here? Busch going to the inside, trying to make a move. Wise is going to push Danica to the win. I don't think anybody's going to beat her. No, it's going to be Danica that takes the win in duel number 2. We came home 5th, so that means we'll start 10th in the Daytona 500. So the full results of this race, with Danica Patrick leading over Josh Wise. Kurt Busch, the outside pole sitter, will start in second position, I should say. Greg Biffle will start directly in front of us, and we will start in the 10th position. Jamie McMurray behind, Allmendinger, who helped us immensely in that last few laps, and then all the way down to Jeff Gordon and Regan Smith rounding out the field. So that was qualifying in the Daytona Duels. Stay tuned tomorrow, or if you've watched this past the day it was uploaded, you can watch it right now, the Daytona 500 for NASCAR 15. But until then, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. And we'll see you in the next video.